So I was an undergraduate at NAU, and I got a degree in biology and chemistry there. And so, having a research experience at that early stage in your life is so important for determining the pathway forward and where you end up in your career, either as a scientist or as just a citizen who understands science. And so, that undergraduate experience is something that I really appreciate. NAU is a largely undergraduate institution. I mean, we have very good graduate programs, but we pride ourselves in training undergraduates at NAU. And I think that we get some of the best undergraduates in Arizona. And I can tell you that when they come, they're hungry and they want to work hard and they want to learn. And so we take advantage of that. We have developed a program for training students in my laboratory where, first off, we pay every student. Nobody's a volunteer. We make sure that everyone gets paid. We don't want them working at McDonald's. We don't want them doing something else. We want them in the laboratory. And we want them in the laboratory for 2 or 3 years while they're at NAU. We'd like to have them settle in their first year, but after their first semester at NAU, we start looking for the good ones and bringing them in and training them. And then critical to our program is that we have undergraduates train undergraduates. And so by the time our students are sophomores and juniors, they're training the new freshmen that are coming into the group. And that gives us really two things. It allows us to leverage our faculty time because we can't have faculty in the laboratory teaching every single lab skill. And so it leverages, makes it cost effective for us from a management standpoint. But the other thing is when a student teaches another student, they really understand what they're saying, right? So, you hear it once from somebody and you kind of understand it. But when you start explaining that to somebody else, you have to really know it. And so by the time our students are training other students, they're really proficient at the skills and the knowledge that they're passing on. So that train the trainer philosophy is very important to our whole program. The other thing we like to do is we like to grab those students as they graduate and keep them around for 1 year as a gap year and pay them as full-time technicians or even as graduate students before they head off to the rest of their lives and the rest of their careers. And so if I can do that to 5 undergraduates a year, I end up with a 5 year employee, and they're already trained. We've already trained them. We know what they can do. So I think we've got this amazing pipeline or conveyor belt of talent that comes into NAU, and that we nurture and we develop, and then we hold on to for a little while to take advantage so that we can do our cutting edge world class research with people who maybe don't have PhDs, but they're out there doing the work and they're highly trained. And so I've been doing this for 34 years now. We actually have a director of undergraduate training, and she keeps track of them. They do professional development activities to further their careers, but then they also work on teams of scientists in a real workplace environment. So they actually know what it's like to work in science, in addition to knowing all the classroom stuff.